Hey, this is Rebel Builder, and we are looking at the Imperial Star Destroyer with 1,359 pieces. Now, if this is your first time visiting my channel, please hit subscribe so you can check out my future videos. Now, first off, the coolest thing about this set is just how well they captured the overall shape and the look of a Star Destroyer. I think first off, we can notice some of the detail on what I would call the bridge, this section up here, kind of the main control panel. I love these dome pieces, those were kind of unique. And we can also see the green Flickr missiles they have on either side. And another note is, like some of the heavier pieces like the Republic gunship, gave us a little handle here to lift it up and hold it so it's all sturdy. Now this is a cool feature. On either side of the fuselage are these row of cannons. Now there's a sliding mechanism here. We grabbed this black plate with a little grill on it, push it back and forth, and those things turn from side to side. And that was a really cool technique how they came up with that. And I really do like the look in the back, all of the big engines with the transparent blue. And also there's this hatch that we lift up, and there's a little place in there to keep a couple of extra Flickr missiles. So even though this thing is nowhere near minifig scale, they did include some minifigures and some minifigure features on the inside. So we start by lifting this thing up. Now this kind of just fits into place, but you pull it forward and just lift it up out of the way. And then the next is you just unfold either side. Now we just see a ton of detail, lots of technique, and all sorts of stuff. So let's look closer. And kind of start with this front section here. On either side we have a couple of chairs for some officers, and as we turn you can see these Star Destroyer like computer panels, and then some details here too, just trying to give it a little look of what a Star Destroyer looks like on the inside. And we see Darth Vader here, and he's talking to a little hologram here of the Emperor. Kind of like under the lights how he kind of looks like he actually is glowing. Back here too is this big computer panel, some black here, but there's some printing on that to simulate some diagrams and battle plans and stuff. I think it's a little funny they included a little coffee cup to go along with that. So here we see what they kind of represent is kind of a walkway, and we see, you know, Darth Vader would walk up and down, and then all of the guys running the ship, you know, they're kind of sitting down below here. You see some little stickers there too, giving it some more Star Destroyer bridge detail. In the back here we have this little thing that turns. There's some hooks there so you can put some blasters in there, but a little black dome. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to be, but we see some computer panels in the back, but lots of red Technic pieces holding this thing together. It's very structurally sound. I do want to point out some of the structural elements here with these lift arms, this Technic piece. Technic beams run all along the side here. So this thing is very sturdy. You know, this is here our handle here, but they pin this all together. It holds on to itself. And I also like here how we have some hinges where you see how this kind of turns forward and then everything slopes down, so that when you fold these things back up, you know, the whole side of the ship is sloped. I think that's the main draw of this set, how they kind of angled and sloped everything to give it the Star Destroyer look. So here we are zoomed out again, and I just want to show you everything folds back together. So there's hinges down here and then hinges in the middle, so these outside pieces kind of bend twice, and so you can see they kind of lift up and then fold again. And then we grab this guy and just kind of tuck it into place. Make sure the handle pops out, and there it is. There's our Star Destroyer again. The set came with some very cool minifigures, starting off with an Imperial Navy trooper here. He's got some cool detail on his helmet. A couple of awesome stormtroopers. We get a Darth Vader with this one, but after kind of the newer version of Darth Vader, this one's a little less exciting. Then we get an Imperial crew and an Imperial officer, and they also include the little mouse droid too. I would say this was a great set. For me, the enjoyment came in the building and the techniques and how it all came together. I think that stuff was just very smart. They included a lot of play features, so you can take your minifigures and put them in there and kind of act like that's the bridge of the ship. But it's, you know, the ship is so big in, you know, the movie universe that it's not something you can really play with your TIE fighters and stuff. So it's kind of, you know, it's in its own little category to me, but it was a lot of fun and I think it turned out wonderful. So hit like, everybody, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I would love some comments, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Thanks, everybody.